Today we're going to be talking spoilers for One of Our Own by Lucinda Berry. I'm going to go over the things that really stood out to me. As soon as you start the story, it jumps right into that first phone call from Chloe to the hotline. And that phone call just gripped me right from the first line. The tension was palpable. You really felt the desperation and the fear and all of that. The performance was excellent. I talked about this in my spoiler-free review. The narrators for this story, talent is top tier. The author did a really good job with the dialogue, and I was afraid that the girl, Chloe, was going to unalive herself or other people. And the story that the mom told, who I can't remember her name, but she's the one, whose point of view we're seeing the story through. When she was trying to relate to Chloe and explain to her that she, kind of knows how she feels, when she told her what happened by the guy who sexually assaulted her, got her pregnant, beat her, all of that, and the fact that she almost left this earth because of it, I mean, that was hard to hear. It seemed like the narrator was telling a real story about their own life. I mean, it was just, I can't stop talking about the quality of this production, I'm telling you. And I give this mom credit because she was in a tough position and she didn't let the fact that she was this boy's mother blind her. She didn't let herself be in denial. Maybe a little bit. The fact that she was watching her son for signs because she knows who his father was, I can't imagine how difficult that must have been for her to love this boy, but also acknowledge the fact that he could turn out to be the same way as his dad. As soon as the son, Hunter, started asking questions about what happened to Chloe, I immediately knew he was guilty. I mean, I don't think this book was trying to be sneaky about, who did it, but I knew he was guilty. And then when he started blaming Chloe, the typical she was asking for it, whatever. What a piece of shit, right? I wanted to reach through the phone because that's how I was listening to this and just punch him in the throat. Are you kidding me right now? And let's talk about how Chloe's parents put her face all over the news. I mean, I totally get going to the news and asking for help, right? I get it because you want justice for your child. But don't put her face out there when she's already dealing with so much and she's at risk for unaliving herself or harming somebody else. Why would you put her face out there to add pressure to an already really bad situation? She doesn't need that extra attention. She needs to focus on getting through and healing from what happened to her. She doesn't need to deal with a bunch of just bullshit from news, other people. She doesn't need that. That's not why she came to you. Now back to the mom. I want to give her props again for being such a strong woman. The fact that she had a weird feeling and she, just pushed through it and decided to look in Hunter's room to see if he had the underwear because Chloe told her that her underwear was missing. She searched the room and she found it. And not only did she find Chloe's, but she found several other pairs. As soon as the police officer, or was it the lawyer? I can't remember. As soon as that guy told the mom that there were a string of sexual assaults, I was like, I bet you he did all of them. He's behind all of them. And sure enough, she found all that underwear in his closet. What a... Yeah. Props to her for... And then she kept it together, right? When the detective came, she kept it together. I can't imagine how hard that must have been. Thankfully, there was justice and Hunter went to jail. I found it interesting how he started off being really nice and polite to his mom. When he realized that she wasn't going to accommodate him and give him the things that a decent human being deserves to have, then that's when he wanted to turn around and be nasty. Sorry, bro, you are a piece of shit and you don't deserve anything from her. It just felt very realistic to me, and I really like that about this. I just feel really bad for her because she was such a great mother, and then she has this child that's just an absolute piece of shit. And I'm really thankful to Lucinda Berry for giving us a happy ending. I'm just really glad that we got to see that they're both thriving despite the madness that they have gone through. I really enjoyed this one and I'm definitely going to recommend it to people. I probably forgot some things, but those were what I wrote down. I'd love to hear what you guys thought in the comments.